hairstyles are going to be easy, medium, or hard to everybody. But these are just my examples of 3 different hairstyles you can do for the holidays. Or really any time. Some sort of braid. Also, I'm sorry to whoever fast and aggressive airbrushing is not for, because that is what I'm doing. Because we're trying to get through the styles. So, the first style is going to be very easy, in my opinion. All we're going to do is, Abby, will you turn for us towards the camera? We're going to be doing a part ponytail on Abby. And braiding the ponytail. Now, Abby has a pretty pronounced widow's peak. So we cannot do too much of a side part because it doesn't really side part that well. So, with a normal part, we're going to want to swoop our hair and really pronounce that part in this ponytail. This gives it a chic and classic look. Now, turn back around, please. So, I'm going to start down low. So that I can make sure I get all the hairs into the ponytail form before I start to shape my ponytail. Now, as I get all the hairs together, I'm slowly going to start to move the ponytail higher. Now, I like high ponytails, but you can go as high or as low as you would like. Just make sure you try and keep that pronounced part by just swooping your hair. Alright? as I was saying, Abbie's hair up top is not going to be perfect because I'm not going to put any gel or anything, but you can use gel or a wax stick to make her hair smoother up top. So, you can do any number of braids with this ponytail, but the style that's in right now is doing 3 separate braids. So I'm just going to separate the hair into 3 separate parts, and then separate each of those parts into 3 separate parts. And then for a braid, you're going to have a middle section, 2 outer sections, and you're just going to take turns trading the middle section for an outer section. Doesn't matter which way you go. You just always want to make sure you have your 3 separate sections. Can you open the smaller elastics, Abby? Now, this is what your braid should look like. Was that the middle one? No. And then you're just going to do the same thing for your 2 other sections. Remember, just trade the middle for the outside sections. You're always going to have a middle and 2 outside. And you just switch them out. Okay. let's start style number 2. This is what I would consider a medium hairstyle, which means it's not too hard, but maybe hard for a beginner. But this is a good transition to help you get into harder versions of braiding. I just hit the microphone, I'm really sorry.
I'm not good at braiding at all, so.
Yep, I got that talent. Actually, I learned that talent. I didn't get it because our mom can't braid either. So, you're going to divide your hair evenly down the middle, and then you're going to take each of those sections and part them in half. This way. Can you turn towards the wall? To the right, yeah. So you're going to part them in half. Stop. Just make sure that line is nice and sharp. Sorry. So, what we are going to do here, turn more towards the wall, please. We hold this section, please. We are going to take this bottom section here and pull it up like we would a pigtail. Doesn't have to be too tight or too loose, just normal pigtail. Now, we're going to take this top section, Abby's going to turn some more, and we are going to, okay, turn that way just a little bit. We're going to make sure it's all pulled back, split this section into 3, and then braid it the same way you were braiding those braids in the back on the first hairstyle. Now, for this, you want your top section to be slightly larger than your bottom section. You'll see why in a few minutes, a few seconds. This is going to give the illusion of a French braid without actually having a French braid. Now, you don't have to braid this braid all the way down, just long enough to where it'll go over this ponytail, this elastic here. So, wherever this braid meets the elastic, we're going to split the braid and pull this ponytail straight through, as so. Now, we are going to take the elastic out of this braid. Pull it tight again, and we're just gonna tie over the braid and the pigtail. Okay, small French braid without actually having to French braid. Now, for this holiday style, you can add, sorry, I didn't mean to scratch you. You can add a bow to each pigtail here. Or you could just leave it here with a festive colored elastic like we have on this. Now, you can do it to both sides. It would look cuter on both sides. Or you could even do this in the back and just split your hair in half here. Braid the top, cover your ponytail on the bottom. Do you want me to do the other side?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Turn towards, yeah. So now we're just going to match what we did on the other side. On this side of Abbie's hair. And remember to try and make your top part a little bit larger than your bottom part. Oh, I think that's it. Abby. That's it.
Just finish this one really quick.
Okay, hold this. Now, we're just going to pull this ponytail up like we did the other side. And then we're going to take this top section and braid it. Just like we did the other side. Now remember, you don't have to go all the way down on this braid, just enough to cover that ponytail. Now the only reason we're putting elastic in this braid is just so the braid doesn't fall out before we cover the pigtail. So remember, just part your braid, pull your pigtail through, take that original elastic out, then use it to retie the braid around the pigtail. Then you can tighten it however much you like, and that gives that illusion of a slight French braid. Now, from the front it just looks like a classic pigtail, but as Abby turns to the side, you can see it kind of resembles a French braid without actually knowing how to French braid.
This seems like a hairstyle that even I could do. Okay, let's get ready for the third and final hairstyle.
Now starts our third and final hairstyle, and this is what I would consider to be the hardest. But at the end, we're gonna look like a present.
Oh no.
So, if you have a rat tail comb, that makes the parting easier. The two main parts you're going to have is one straight down the middle, and then you're going to part straight across as well. the same for the other side as well. Now, you're going to want to have opposite, like diagonal parts pulled up, because those are the ones that are going to go with each other. Now, we're going to start at the top left. And this is where you need to know how to Dutch braid. That's why this one is a bit harder, because you actually are going to have to be able to French or Dutch braid. Let us know if you want a in-depth tutorial on how to do those. But for those of you who already know, we're going to start in this top left section. Just doing a simple Dutch braid as you would. Try and make it tight so you know where your parts are, and so your braid is more pronounced on top of your head. This one is easier with a partner, but I have done it to myself before. My arms felt like I did a workout after. If you hear that in the background, that is our pug, and it's actually her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Puggy.
So, once you get to the end of your first section, you're going to do a few normal braid loops before you get back in to Dutch braiding. Once you reach your other section, it's going to cross diagonally here. You want to make sure this is tight as well, because you don't want our braid being slouchy in the middle. You want it to stay straight across. Okay, and then you're just going to finish braiding all the way down. And then you're going to tie off that elastic. Now we're going to start in Now you're going to pull your other sections down, and you're going to start in the top right. Just start a normal Dutch braid like we did on the other side. once you get to the end of this section, you're going to do the same you did on the other top section and do a few extra loops over your braid that you've already done. And then once you get to your bottom, you'll continue your Dutch braid. And you want this braid to be tight as well. As you can see, there is a very clear crisscross here in the middle. Now, the reason I said we're going to look like a present is because these are the ribbon going across the present, and all you need is the bow on top. So we're going to put the bow right in the middle of those two braids. You want to make sure you have a piece of each braid in just so the bow stays flat. And then you have your present. Let me put the flashlight on so they can see better. Don't forget to get a picture. Very, very cute.
Okay guys, that is it for this video. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you want to see next. We will be making some more content this month around Christmas. Also, here's Puggy for her birthday.
Kisses.
Anyways, don't forget to check out our link down below for our Christmas toy drive. We have raised about $500 or have gotten around that many toys. And shout out to the people who have already donated to our drive. Thank you so much. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And we will see you in the next one.
Puggy, get down.